Hey ho there folks, and this is going to be a follow-up video about my last video. I talked about my dentures. I am right now a month and about 5 days out from having my extractions and having my immediate dentures put in. It's been a bit of a journey since then. When I had made the video, I was about 3-4 weeks in, I believe. It's been a minute since I've looked back on the video. I've watched it, but I don't remember exactly how long it had been. The days just kind of start blending together. But I did want to give an update because I did see a comment asking, post a part 2. And I wanted to follow up with that. You can tell I'm still talking a little bit funky. I'm still getting used to that. It might just be to my ears, though, that I'm still hearing parts that I can tell that I'm still wearing dentures versus having my natural teeth. And since then, I've learned quite a bit living with these dentures as well. And I wanted to give more sage advice, I guess you could say, when it comes to having dentures at such a young age and having to learn everything yet again. For starters, cleanup has been getting easier each time that I do take my dentures out at night. I always recommend taking them out during the night because the adhesive that I use, usually around 11:30, 12 a.m., the adhesive starts to fail, mainly on my bottom denture. My top one these days seems to be holding in just well. I do believe I'm coming close to needing another relining with the way my gums are changing already, but I found a really great way of keeping the dentures in because for about a week or so I started having trouble them popping loose about middle ways through the day. So still getting dentures, still getting used to eating foods like I used to. I can eat chips again. I've been eating chips a lot more frequently, like I really do love, because I'm a bit of a foodie. I love salty foods, especially. I love especially sweet foods, but I still have to stay away from those because they're still a little bit challenging to eat, especially chocolate. Because one thing that I've noticed that will happen, no matter what type of food I eat, but especially chocolate or sweets, they will find their way into my gum line. And I have to take my finger and I have to swipe them away. And I'm sure as I get better at chewing foods again, especially chocolate, which will melt as you eat it, eventually that'll make its way from the front to the back of my mouth again. But it's also especially down here, they will tend to stick. And I, again, have to take my finger, do this, just kind of wipe them away, move them back to where they should be at the back of my mouth. Applying adhesive is going to change the more that you do have your dentures. I have found the best way that works for me, and I would use an example of them, but I feel like my soft liner inside my dentures looks a little funky, so I don't want people to see that kind of thing. But I'll use this tin of mints, for example. Imagine this is the front of or the top plate of your dentures where the roof of your mouth is. When you apply your adhesive, you can do it in 3 strips. What works best for me is 3 strips. Like here, here, and then here. So you got 3 strips going along. You take a Q-tip and then you spread that all around the whole denture. Make sure every part of the surface is covered, including up on the lips of the denture that actually connect to the sides of your gums. Make sure it's all spread out. If you notice there's a little bit of a lacking spot because the Q-tip will absorb a little bit of the adhesive, you can apply another extra dot here or extra dot here, not too much, and then, shove your dentures in. I have found using that method, it holds all day and I don't have to worry about food getting stuck in the bottom or underneath the plate of the denture. And I do that for the same for the bottom as well. I just use a strip here, a strip here. So imagine this U shape is the denture. I probably should actually show it. The U strip is the denture. Put a strip here, Q-tip it all the way around, and then put it in. If you use a powder, you're not going to really have too much trouble. I haven't had the need to use a powder adhesive. I'd like to try it, see maybe it's a lot better, because that would make cleanup a lot easier. When you're cleaning up at the end of the night, what works best for me is I take out my bottom denture. I usually just grab it like this at the edges of my gums, pull it out like this. So you use this method, pull it out like that. And I do the same thing, just use my top teeth like this. I pull forward, and then I'm using teeth like this, and I pull them out. When you go to clean, especially if you use a paste adhesive, what I found works best for me is I get hot water, put it in my mouth, and then I'm swishing it all around, trying to break up that adhesive as best as I can. Keep swishing it, because it mostly will collect on the roof of my mouth. Nowhere really on my gums. It's not really too much of a problem, but it's always the roof of my mouth. Swish it around, break it up, spit it out, rinse again, and I keep rinsing it. And while I'm doing that, I'm cleaning my dentures. And how I clean them is I just use regular toothpaste, and I use a toothbrush, because I was told by the people that made my dentures and my soft liner not to use denture cleaner, because that will harden up the soft liner. So I've just been following what they use. Different denture makers will use different materials for the soft liner, and that's just what works best for me. So if you have a problem or you don't know, just reach out and ask them, and they'll be more than happy to answer your question, because you don't want your soft liner too hardened up, and then you're stuck just having like hard ass acrylic back on your mouth, and it's not going to be very pleasant. Beyond that, I really haven't had too much problem eating certain foods. The only thing I can imagine that I still have trouble with, just because I don't have a lot of bite force, and I'll talk about that in a second. I can't bite through bread, and I can't bite through certain tortillas, along with steak that's been cooked too tough. I just can't bite through it. You're going to notice you're going to have to relearn and readjust to getting your bite force back, so you won't be able to eat certain foods. I can't eat sandwiches very well right now unless it's actually toughened up or toasted, because where the bread is so soft, the teeth have to break through the bread. I haven't quite learned that just yet. Tortillas, if they're soft and steamed, I can eat them no problem, but if it's a grilled tortilla, I can't eat them yet. And I'm a month and a week or so out. So it's still a process. It still might be frustrating if you pick up a food that you do want to try eating and then you can't. Try to take it slow. Take small bites. I am able to eat burgers pretty well because of the way the buns are made. But I still take small bites. Make sure you chew your food everywhere across your dentures. And you make sure that you're not trying too much too quick. That way you don't dishearten yourself. That's the best piece of advice that I can give you. And some people do adjust differently. Some people are able to eat things faster than other people. But it's going to be different for everyone. Your mileage is always going to vary on everything. But still, at the end of the day, I always want to stress, you may have those feelings of, did I do the right thing? Did I make the right decision? I miss when I still had my teeth, even though how awful they looked, how much pain I was in. Did I make the right decision? And the answer is going to be yes, because still at the end of the day, you're not in any pain anymore. You can look in the mirror and you can do this, and you can love the teeth that you see in your mouth versus what you had before, because it's still going to be a learning process. But take it as you go. Even with your temporary dentures, people do rag on them for immediate dentures when they're not permanent sets, because they do look different. They don't fit right, but you have to go through the healing process before you get to your end goal, which is having your permanent set of dentures, which are going to fit a lot better than these do. Always stay on top of your appointments. Get your soft liners, because they will need to be adjusted as you go. Don't give up, because If you give up, you're not going to see the end result at the end of the line. You're just going to say, I quit using my dentures. I got fucking fed up with them. Kind of like how that siren out there is probably fed up with whoever they're chasing. You're going to get fed up, and you're not going to see that end result when you just stick it out a little bit more. Take it day by day. And you're going to see the best result that you can for not only yourself, but for the people around you, is seeing that you made that accomplishment. It's about the best piece of advice that I can give you. Every day it's something new with me and my dentures. But I tell myself I don't regret it. Because I can tell you, when I wake up in the morning, I never really noticed that I had a little bit of a pain in my mouth until it was gone. When I eat chips now, my teeth don't hurt. My jaw hurts a little bit, but that pain goes away a lot quicker than it would be with my gums and teeth aching because I decided to eat potato chips today. And making that decision when I pick up that bag of chips, like, I'm going to hate this later, but you know what? I want my damn chips. I don't have that feeling anymore. And I can eat chips without worrying about what tooth is going to break. I can eat grilled cheese sandwiches and not worry about, is this going to chip my front tooth? I don't have to worry about that anymore, and you shouldn't either. If these teeth break, it does suck, but you know what? You're not going to feel pain when it breaks. You don't have nerve endings that are going to be exposed. You don't have to worry about the sensitivity of your enamel if you want to eat ice cream. You don't have to worry about all that because it's gone. You have to think about those little things that add up to a big thing and a big decision that you did make. You're not going to regret it. Just right now, it sucks a little bit because you have to relearn things. But hey, that's life. And so far, life is a lot harder already. And you have to worry about, your teeth hurting. But I keep telling you, it's going to be okay. You're going to do just fine. But I want to thank each and every one of you for watching and checking in. These videos seem to be doing a lot better than I expected. Normally, the traffic for my channel, it's pretty slow. Not a lot of people watch, but I'm glad I am able to make these kinds of videos from my own life experiences to benefit others around me. And that just makes me feel good. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. If you did enjoy the video, always let me know down in those comments below. I look forward to reading anything that I do get. But I hope each and every one of you had a fantastic day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy.